Greetings, everybody. My name's Cheryl. I've been going to church here for 15 years. This is Captain Christina from the Salvation Army. In Proverbs 3:27-28, it says, "Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to act. Do not say to your neighbor, 'Come back tomorrow, and I'll give it to you,' when you already have it with you." And that's a Bible verse that has penetrated the depths of my heart. August 6th, we're running the 4th annual golf outing for the Salvation Army to raise funds for the Salvation Army who come along the homeless people of Fond du Lac. And for whatever reason, God has put that near and dear to my heart to come alongside the Salvation Army to help them. They're in the trenches every day. I'm going to be upstairs after the service with my brother Jay, who's been a great support for this program. Answering any questions you may have. We would love for you to come be part of it. Ways that you can participate: you can golf, you can sponsor a hole. We also have raised over $7,000 in raffle items that you can be part of that too. But more importantly, Captain Christina's here, and she's going to share for a few minutes what they do every day. And they're in the trenches every day, coming alongside those that are less fortunate. And I've always said this: if you have clothes on your back, a roof over your head, and food on the table, we're blessed beyond measure. So let's give a warm welcome to Captain Christina.
Thank you for just giving me a few minutes. I'm a pastor too, so I know that it's dangerous giving them a microphone. But I promise to keep it brief and short. You know a lot probably about what the Salvation Army does, or have heard some things. We have our regular food pantry. We have clothing vouchers we give to our thrift store. We have seasonal programming like our Christmas toy distribution through the Angel Tree program and Coats for Kids distribution. We help with the back to school supplies, and right now we're in the middle of brown bag lunches for the summer to keep kids fed during the summer. You might not be aware of some of the other programs that we have, and some that we're working towards as well. One of them being a Pathway of Hope program that is trying to help people break out of the cycle of poverty, because we know that poverty ends up being generational on down the line. And so it's more intense case management where there's goal setting, and they're helping them just make a new path for them and for their children in the process. We started just this last year a Step Up mentorship program that Cheryl helped head up and begin, and that was a great way to help those that were staying in the warming shelter to begin to reprocess and rework through things. But the biggest hurdle that people have is support. They're just on their own out there. And we plan on expanding this and continuing this going forward to just come alongside people and bring volunteers, bring people in to just be that guide, be that leader, be that cheerleader along the way, because people need that. Those that are experiencing homelessness and those that are struggling and may end up there soon. Just to have somebody walking alongside can help them. We also, we know that homelessness is a big problem, but we know that it is just stepping stones for some people to end up homeless. So we're trying to help people before they get to that place of becoming homeless by keeping them in their homes. So we have some new programs coming down the pipeline to try to keep that sustainability so that the problem doesn't become greater than it already is as well. And I could tell you more details and more, but I just want to leave you just with a brief story because I think that they're more memorable than just facts and information. Just a story about a little girl who she grew up in a large family, and her father was an alcoholic, and her mother was trying her best to keep everything together, and they had a lot of pride. They did not like asking for help, but they came to a place where they just couldn't do it on their own anymore. And so they came to the Salvation Army. They got food from the food pantry. They got help to pay some of the bills that they had to just get back on track again at a stepping stone. Then they found out that there were youth activities for the kids, and so they sent the kids, and that's where this little girl came in, because the parents came in for assistance, and then she came in into the youth programming that was there. And she went to summer camp that was there, and she then just grew up, and she started to learn about Jesus, and she learned that he could change everything, and she gave her life to Jesus at 6 years old at the Salvation Army. And so she brought her brothers and sisters, and they were there. And pretty soon, then they brought Mom to come. They encouraged her to come, and then she was coming. And then she just grew up, and she said, I'm not going to repeat my family's story. There's a better way for me. And she broke the cycle of alcoholism that was generationally in the family line. That little girl actually is my mom, who changed the trajectory of our family heritage. Had she continued down those generational lines that she had inherited, my story would be very different. And I believe that the things that we do are not just Band-Aid fixes. We don't want to be a part of that. We really want to be a part of changing lives, of setting a new story, a new direction for people, and that there's hope. There's hope for a better tomorrow. There's hope for the next generation. And so that is our greatest desire and our greatest dream. And so we're looking at, sorry, it makes me emotional to think about my family story. But we're looking at all of our programs to just make sure that we're constantly reevaluating and revamping to make sure that it's not just putting a Band-Aid on that fix, but really getting to the heart of the issue and hopefully to see those cycles and those lives being changed. So we hope that you will support and be a prayer, for people that we're serving with. It does sometimes get exhausting and tiring in the process and the things that we're up against, but we believe that God is greater than all those things, and we lean on him for that. So thank you for your time and attention, and thank you, Cheryl, also for organizing so much, and we hope that you will support. Thank you very much.